Hi everybody out there in video land. I'm just going to talk for just a second about the Second Amendment, okay? Alright, so this is what I understand. Now, and what I don't understand, and what I don't know. Now, what I don't know is if Obama or the Congress, whoever, is going to take our guns away. I don't know that. Now, I know the Second Amendment. It's basically it almost has two parts to it. It has the first half of it basically says that a militia, we have a right to a well-armed militia that's crucial to a free state. Like Alabama, where I'm at, has a right to a well-disciplined militia, well-armed militia, and whatnot. Okay, now the second part is the important part, okay? The second part says that we, as Americans, have the right to bear arms, to have a firearm, to have a weapon, to have a rifle, a gun, a pistol, whatever, a firearm. And it says that no law will infringe upon our right to have that. That means Congress can't do that. That means Obama can't do it. That means George Bush couldn't do it. Whatever, Republican, Democrat, they're the same thing. Okay? It's two wings on the same bird. Alright, fair enough. Now, what I'm saying here is that every time that Congress or whoever, the president, maybe through executive action, like they're talking about Obama's going to do when he said that Congress will not get in line, and they refuse to act on gun control, so I'm going to act. That was his quote, basically. Now, what that means is every time they ban a type of gun, like say they ban a fully automatic rifle or whatever, okay, they're infringing upon that Second Amendment. That's what it actually is doing, and it says they can't do that. Now, see, Americans have grown to allow this kind of behavior to be acceptable by our leaders, our elected officials. Now, the problem with that is because now that's giving them the idea that behavior is acceptable, and they'll trample over all of our other rights. Okay? There's some way or other. I mean, just look at the Fourth Amendment. If a police officer or agent or whatever, a bureaucrat, a government agent, knocks on your door. Now, in my neck of the woods, they'll knock on the door, they say, "Can I come in?" And if I say, "No, I do not consent, I use my Fourth Amendment," right? They'll go to the judge or to a judge, and that judge will more than likely sign a search warrant regardless if they have probable cause. Alright, now that in itself tramples over my Fourth Amendment right. Alright, but the problem here is we can't, unless you've got thousands of dollars and can afford basically a damn good trial lawyer and take it all the way to a federal courtroom, because you're going to have to, because in my state, from what I've heard and read, Alabama's not too friendly on those who challenge an illegal search or seizure. Okay? So basically, I'd have to take them to federal court. That's thousands of dollars that I would have to shovel out to a damn good attorney to win, to protect my rights. So basically, you've got the system trampling over people's rights. Now, it doesn't make much sense to me why people should have to go to such extremes to prove to protect their rights. When we elect these people, they're supposed to understand that we have basic human liberties. The Constitution. We have basic human liberties. And these people act like you just don't. They will stomp on your rights, and they will burn that Constitution up if you give them the chance. Now, like I said, this goes back to the trend that's been going on. By letting our elected officials basically run wild and do whatever our elected officials want to do, they've disregarded our rights to private property, to being left alone, to owning a firearm, all the way down to certain things we say and do. Okay? It's just, it's infuriating that, like I said, you elect people who you trust will honor your rights, and you won't have to go to that extreme. I mean, your rights are not something you physically touch. They are in a way not concrete, as in you can reach out and touch them. They're a part of you. They're inside of you. They're your rights. Okay? They really shouldn't be able to be infringed upon. I mean, really, they're just as much a part of you as your organs. I mean, and you know, if you notice and you just pay attention, you start to realize that nowadays the government is limiting those and everything else. Their perception of our rights have moved from part of us to something that can be altered and tampered with, and it cannot. It cannot be. Now, you know, that's just how it is, and there's nothing really you can do about it. So, you know, I mean, what you can do about it is you can write letters all day long and get a generic letter in return, or, you know, you can flood your city with people who have the same beliefs as you, and you can research how many people show up to the polls to vote for whatever leader. You know, you can research. Say you have a city of 20,000 people, like my little town does, and only 2,000-3,000 people show up to vote on your mayor. That's democracy. I mean, does that really seem fair? They, you know, basically like maybe a quarter of those people showed up, and they decided the fate of like basically 15 to 20,000 people. I mean, another, you know, so that goes back to what I just said. You can flood your area with people with like-minded beliefs, and all you have to do is outnumber the amount that votes. Not everybody votes. I mean, if they did, I assume that things would be better off, you know, but most people just don't care, and that's a shame, because that's part of the problem. You know, things don't get better if everybody stays quiet. Now, another thing that I come up with that I think is a good idea, I think that when politicians run for office, or people in general, they should, instead of giving you names to vote on, they should compile their acts and the acts they've done and the things they've done while in office and the things they've accomplished and the things they've failed and things they've done, and basically compile it into a, you know, somewhat short list, because nobody's going to want to pick up a book and read it about each candidate. You got to have, you know, you got to like you got to plan for short attention spans. So basically, put a little list of stuff they've done, stuff they haven't done, you know, tell a little bit about them, but don't say their name. Okay? Alright? That way, you're voting for their actions as opposed to them. And, you know, that's really what you want to do. You don't want to vote for them. You want to vote for what they've done and what they can do. You want to vote for their potential. Okay? But, you know, that's about all I've got to say for now. I might do another one of these. Thanks for listening.